for listening to Inside Real Estate with Kim McCarty. With over 20 years of experience, Kim McCarty specializes in the North Texas market and will guide you through the complicated world of real estate.
So today I want to talk about new builds. I want to talk about new construction and talk about the process and kind of what all is involved in that process. So I get the question a lot. Let's throw it out there. Do we really need a real estate agent when we're building a new house?
You just took my first question.
Oh, sorry. Well, the reason that you really do need an agent to help represent you is when you go to that new build and you go to that sales office, who does that sales agent represent? The builder. They represent the builder. They're not representing your best interest. They're representing the builder's best interest. So I always tell them, you know what? It doesn't cost you anything to have an agent represent you and make sure that your best interest is being considered. So that's the very first thing. The other thing is agents also have an ability to negotiate things other than just the price. There is so much that goes into a new build as far as the design center options and stuff like that. So it's really important for you to have representation. So the answer is yes, you need an agent. The sales agent that is at the model home only represents the builder, not you.
Okay, so when I do these things with you, when I do these podcasts with you, I realize all the mistakes I made.
Right.
I've only purchased one house.
Was it a new build?
It was a new build. I was not aware, it didn't even occur to me that there was anything to negotiate as far as price, especially. It's a new build.
Right.
So I didn't even think about negotiating price.
Right.
I will tell you that one of the things that we didn't negotiate was the carpet.
Right.
As a matter of fact, we pulled the carpet out the day we closed because Lennar, the builder, did not offer the carpet we wanted.
Right.
We asked and
they wouldn't provide it.
They wouldn't provide it.
Right.
We even asked them can you build the house without carpet? And we'll just put the carpet in. They can't do that.
And do you know why they can't do that?
Well, because it won't pass inspection.
It won't pass, and they can't give you the certificate of occupancy, the CO, in order for you to be able to move into the house. So I get that question a lot, what do we do? Because when you go to the design center, and that is one thing I do with my clients, is I actually go to the design center appointment with them. The reason I go to that appointment is not only because I like to look at the fun, new, shiny stuff that is out there, but the other reason is I like to help you kind of keep yourself in check when it comes to the money that you're spending. A lot of times builders offer incentives, okay? So they'll say, we're going to give you $30,000 at the design center towards your selections. Well, that $30,000, you'd be shocked how quickly $30,000 is gone. When you're looking at flooring is the most expensive part of the whole house. So I always tell my clients, we're going to spend that $30,000 and we're going to spend it on the wood floors. If that's what you want, we're going to spend all $30,000 on those wood floors. Now, if they are going to do carpet in like the bedrooms and stuff like that, I'm telling them, you buy and stay with the standard carpet that the builder offers. Do not upgrade the pad. Don't upgrade the carpet, because at the end of the day, you're going to end up killing that carpet pretty quickly, and then you can replace it with what you want. So that's kind of where I always tell people, have me come with you. I never tell you what I want in the house. It's really about you, but it's me kind of helping and guiding you to help keep you in balance and also not spend more money than you intended to spend. Those design centers, and that's where builders make their money, is at the design center. So their job is to not necessarily just show you the basics, but show you all the upgrades that you can have. Well, of course, the upgrades are great. And of course, they're beautiful. And you like them better always because they have the worst color options usually as the standard. And so you always want to do the upgraded ones. But then I'm there to help you say, you know what, you can do this cheaper after you close. You can wait 5 years or every year pick something and update that.
And that's something, if you listen to previous episodes of this podcast, that's something that Kim, you're very consistent about, is that you ask your clients what their needs are, you listen to their needs, and then you give your input on how to get those needs fulfilled and the best way to do it.
Absolutely. The other thing is I've learned, my sister is a designer, and she's a really good designer in Austin. And I know that she has certain tastes and certain things that she likes, but she is so good at looking at what other people what their tastes are and what their design options look like, and being able to incorporate their plan into it. So now I really kind of look at myself when I'm at those builder sites and I'm helping people pick their options. I kind of have to put myself in the position that she puts herself in as a designer and say, okay, I don't get to live in this house, but I am going to help create a house that you really feel good about.
It's almost like, okay, you're about to make a bad decision. And I'm not going to be able to talk you out of that bad decision, but I'm going to help you get there in the most efficient way possible.
For sure. For sure. You know, the other thing I do, though, if you're really making a bad decision, I will say something, especially when it comes to, like, you know, picking a crazy granite or something, a backsplash. You know, don't make huge, bold choices that in 5 years you're going to have to rip out in order to sell the house. So that's the other reason I go, is to help you just really make some solid decisions that for resale is going to give you the best bang for your buck.
I really wish there was a way that you could go back with me back to 2004
and help you.
And I could see, because I don't feel bad about about the transaction or anything,
Right.
but I do wonder how much you could have really helped me out.
Well, I'm sure there's probably a lot of things we could have done. The next stage after the design center is the walkthrough for the electrical walkthrough.
Okay.
So before they put those walls on, we do an electrical walk. And so, you know, I show up with my clients, make sure that we do the electrical walk together and make sure that all the plugs are in the places that we thought they were going to be. If we asked for a floor plug, make sure that floor plug went in. There's a lot of things that we're checking before the walls go on. And the other thing I always tell people is take pictures and videos of the walls before the drywall goes on, so you know where the pipes are in case there is a leak. You can help the plumber determine where to start looking for that pipe so that we're not making holes all over the place. So that's the other thing that I like to do with my clients, is do that. And also, skip ahead, I forgot to say, the other thing I do before we even get to the drywall stage or the electrical walk is do the blueprint meeting and sit down and look at the blueprints, because once it's on that blueprint, it's final. So we sit down with the builder. It's about a 3-hour meeting. We make sure carpet is in the right rooms, wood is in the right rooms, plugs are in the right place. We do all of that on the blueprint, and we make sure the builder and the buyer are on the same page. And there are many times I've caught mistakes where one room was supposed to be wood and that had carpet there, and they're like, oh, but at the design center they said this, so we have to get it all changed. So those are the steps that we go through in order to make sure that at the end of the day, we're building the right house the way you wanted it.
How much room for deviation from plans is there?
Depends on the builder. Most of the time when the builder gets the blueprints done, the architectural blueprints all put together, they will not let you make changes. And if you ever noticed, a builder has like different elevations, like 3 different elevations of the same floor plan. They have another floor plan with a couple different elevations. Those are all done with architectural designs, and there's no changing those. Now, a few builders will let you move maybe a door or maybe move a closet, stuff like that that's easy, that doesn't require them to go back to blueprint. I have one going right now where the builder was kind enough to shorten a door frame in order for her to put her grandfather's door that they had taken from his older house, and she's going to turn it into a closet door for the coat closet. So things like that, if you really become good friends with the builder and kind of get to know the builder, they will actually make small detailed changes like that.
Okay, that leads me to another question about the builder. Becoming friends with and communicating with the builder. Mm-hmm. Does that go through you? Does that go through your clients?
A little bit of both. I always am shocked how many builders are shocked when I show up at the meetings, because most real estate agents don't. And that's why I think a lot of buyers think they don't need a real estate agent. It's because most real estate agents don't devote the time that is really necessary in a new build process. So I think they feel like all we do is just sign our name on the contract and we just get paid. Really, when I show up, I have a lot more input, and my job is to make sure that I'm that second pair of eyes watching to make sure all the I's are dotted and the T's are crossed. So I become friends with the builder. I become friends with the sales agent, just to make sure that everybody can work towards the best ending for the buyer.
Okay, this may be a loaded question.
Okay.
Do you enjoy the new builds more than you enjoy the existing sales?
That is kind of loaded. I do love the process of a new build. I like to watch the buyer go through the stages of the new build, and it is frustrating. It can be frustrating. I know that if you look at the videos that we're currently shooting,
They're great, by the way.
Thank you. On the process, it looks like it goes really quickly, and the buyers are really excited because all of a sudden you've gone foundation, frame, you have walls, it's all closed in, the brick is on, and then it comes to a screeching halt. And that's when you start to find them getting frustrated, is because they're not seeing movement in the house. They're not seeing any changes. The workers aren't there anymore. And so that's the part where I come in and go, remember, this is a process. It was really quick and now it's slowed down. But I do enjoy the process with them, and I do enjoy watching them go through the process. But I don't know that it's any different for me than helping a first-time home buyer who gets to go through that exciting process for the first time as well. So if you guys have any questions on new builds, give us a call, 214-662-9308.
Thanks for listening. Please be sure to share this episode with your family and friends. If you'd like more information about Kim, just go over to her website, themccartygrouprealtors.com, or give her a call at 214-662-9308.